Okay, so the cost of buying electricity from Western Electricity is as follows. Standing charge 30 pence per day, energy charge 15 pence per kilowatt hour, used and VAT is 5%. Okay, so this is non-calculator, right? So we've got to make sure we don't use a calculator here. It says TA uses 900 kilowatt hours of electricity during a period of 90 days. Calculate TA's total bill. Okay, so there's 3 bullet points to address. We've got the standard charge, and then the charge per kilowatt hour, and then of course the VAT. Perhaps we'll go in order. So let's go over the standing charge to start with. So what I like to do is to highlight exactly what I'm focusing on, right, to start with. So we put a little subheading of standing charge, and notice it's 30 pence per day, yeah. And how many days are there for this period? It states quite clearly here in the question, isn't it? Period of 90 days. So each day is 30 pence, the standing charge. There's 90 of those days. We can get the total cost there by multiplying. Okay, 90 lots of 30 pence, 90 days times 30 pence. So it's 30 pence each day. And we can do this without a calculator because we're ending in zeros. It's really simple. You just do 9 times 7, don't you? 9 times 7, 9 times 3. 9 times 3 is 27, and add on the 2 zeros. Yeah? So add on the 2 zeros. 2,700. It's quite simple to multiply that, isn't it? 9 times 3 is 27, and there's 2 zeros then to add on. So it's 2,700 pence. All right. Now, ideally, we want to change this into pounds, don't we? That's what we often charge. So to change pennies into pounds, we need to divide by 100. Okay, because of course there are 100 pennies in a pound, and if I divide by 100, 2 zeros will disappear, won't it? So this will actually become 27, okay, or 27 pounds. Fantastic. So that's the total charge for the standing charge. Then we've got the energy charge, 15 pence per kilowatt hour used. Okay. Now she uses 900 kilowatts. Yeah. So that's the multiplication that needs to take place here. So if we look at the energy charge then next. So it is 15 pence per kilowatt hour, and she uses 900 of these kilowatt hours, so 900 lots of 15 pence. So total cost will be 900 times 15. Okay, and again we can do something similar to what we did earlier. All right. We could do 9 times 15, and so we ignore these zeros, we'll add the zeros afterwards. 9 times 15 is actually straightforward in many ways, because if you think about it, 10 times 15, if I go one more, if I did 10 times 15, well 10 times 15 is 150, but I only want 9 times 15, so like take a 15 off from 150, and you get 135. So it's a quick way of multiplying 9 times 15 times by 10, of course, to start with, and then take one off. Add 2 zeros on. Okay, so that's what I get. Again, that's in pence, so we change that to pounds. So we'll divide by 100, and we get 135 pounds. Okay, 2 decimal places. We'll need that to take these 2 zeros off, rather. It'd be 135 pounds. You can put .00. So now we've got the standing charge electricity, the energy charge for the electricity, so we can then get the total charge overall, okay, before VAT. So all we've got to do is add these two together. So 135 pounds, add then the standing charge, 27 pounds. So add those zeros. 5 and 7 is 12, so 2 carry 1. 3 and 2 is 5, plus the 1 is 6. and then the 1 there, £162. That's before VAT. Of course, then there is a VAT charge of, what was this, about 5%, yeah? So now we need, for the VAT, we need to sort of charge that at 5%. Okay. So we're going to do 5% of this. That's what we need to work out. £162. And how do we do that? Well, I know how to work out 10%, yeah? If you think about it, 10% is just divide by 10, isn't it? So if I divide 162 by 10, I get 16.2. Okay. Divide that by 10 is easy, isn't it? Okay, for 10%, divide that by 10, so this moves to the right, doesn't it? Or decimal point moves, whichever you see it, but you get 16.2 when you divide by 10. Okay, some people think of the decimal point moving to the left one place, other people think about the decimal point staying there, but all the digits move to the right by one place. So you get 16.2. And that's 10%. How do I get 5% from there? Well, if you think about it, 5% is half of 10%, yeah? So I halve 16.2, and that's easy. Okay, you just get 8.1, and then I can get my overall answer. Okay, so 5% then is just 8.1. Of course, I'm going to write that as £8.10, yeah? That's what it actually is in money. So then the total cost, total charge after VAT will be £162 plus the £8.10. Okay, so I'll work them out, and I've got my final bill. Oops, so I've got zeros there, we'll add. 0 and 1 is 1, 2 and 8 is 10, so 0 carry 1, 6 and 7 is 1, and then the 1. So £170 and 10 pence. Okay.